So hey guys, so welcome back to episode 6 of our father-daughter podcast, and we'll be talking about the good old Kentucky Derby today.
Oh yeah, riders up.
That's right, yes. So, well, as we know, the Derby is in Louisville, and from past episodes, we know my love for Louisville is very strong. I love the city. Is actually very fun too. It's very homey.
Yes.
The vibe is always really good when we go. We've been there countless times, prior to us going to the Derby. So, just to we'll jump into it then, with our story.
Yeah, so, we go down, we've been down to multiple times before in the past. But never even thought about ever going to the Kentucky Derby.
I mean, you guys had it on since I was little. I remember I was like, oh, when's this horse coming on the racetrack? It's only once a year in the Derby.
Yeah.
It's out in May. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
so
it's the weekend of Mommy's birthday.
Birthday weekend, yes.
Birthday first week in May.
So to kick us off, I was so excited because we were going up to Miami was playing Louisville at Louisville, and it ended up being a co-ed game, so I didn't end up traveling this year. So I was, me, right on the tickets. I was like, Dad, look, I can go here, we can go here, we'll stay in Louisville, we gotta go to the game. He's like, oh no, Dad, of course. He's like, we'll go up because obviously I didn't have practice or anything, so we ended up going to the game. That was a great experience with the game wise. I was so excited to be back in Louisville.
Yeah. And the game was a great game, and we, kind of stayed at the same hotel, which was the Army downtown, right down the street from the Louisville football facilities.
Yeah, we turned it into a little weekend trip.
Yeah, to a little weekend trip. I picked you up in Columbus on my way to Louisville.
We're always doing these flights. I'm gonna make it there. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna get there. So I'm in class, of course. So I had to map it out where I was like, okay, listen. I said, I'm going to fly from Miami to Columbus, and you're going to pick me up on the way. And you're like, okay, Isabella. And then even on the way back, I flew out of Cincinnati to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Because with the timings, all the times were, I couldn't fly to just whenever. It was there was the right times that we needed.
Right. And logistically, you always hit it on point. We got you to the airports on time, pickups and drop-offs, and I continued home. But so the Louisville, Kentucky Derby experience was just phenomenal. We've seen it on TV for multiple years. Actually, my wife Edie, who had passed, and we'll get into that while we went and everything. She had picked the Kentucky Derby winner for 8 years in a row. And I even had friends of mine calling, hey, it's Kentucky Derby weekend. Where's Edie at? Let me give her what horse that she liked. So, we was able to enjoy that experience with Mommy and everything, she's always loved the horses and picked those winners. And we watched it, whether it was the Derby, the Belmont, and the Preachers, but her favorite one was the Kentucky Derby. So we looked into it. We was down in Louisville.
Well, this is how it came about. So if I mentioned one thing, he's like, okay, well, we'll go. I'm like, okay. I said, I'll do my little charm and we'll get to go. But we had booked the reservation the night before the game at the restaurant at the Omni. And we never really noticed it because we've ate there before, but we never noticed it. Whenever you walk in, they have the jockey hats on the wall.
On the wall.
So I was like, Dad, when's this Kentucky Derby again? When is this? We should come back to Louisville because I'm always trying to look for reasons to go back. So he was like, oh, we'll have to look into it. We never actually we just never looked into going to the Derby. So that would be a cool experience to go to. So that was that October?
That's October. Or October 2024, October.
October. So we had brought it up, we mentioned it. So then obviously a lot of time has passed, but I didn't forget about the Derby. So I think I texted you and
we were talking about the Malfi Jets. So we were ready for the Malfi Jets party, and you said, "Hey, Malfi Jets weekend," and I'll come back up for the Kentucky Derby weekend, and that's kind of how it all started. But I think a couple weeks prior to that, we were looking into getting tickets through the Derby, through the Kentucky Derby's website, and some of their reps who we had talked to.
Oh yeah, because it was a little bit confusing because we never really looked into the tickets. The way the layout is, where you can have balcony, VIP box, but then you get a seat. So we were just trying to figure that out, and that guy was very, very nice.
Yeah, and of course, we can't sit in the grandstands. There's got to be a VIP section for me and her all the time, and this is something we enjoy doing. But we ended up getting the Champions Lounge. Yeah. Great experience right there at the paddock. We seen the horses walk around.
And then we could walk right off the finish line.
We walked right to the finish line. Yes, and we was able to bet on the horses right in front of us. They had the wagering things.
That was my first time seeing how everybody bet and the
way
you could pick I just thought we would pick the horse and everyone ran and the person that wins. That wasn't the case.
No, there's more to that. So, but we end up taking a step back real quick. We end up getting the tickets. getting everything set up. And now let's talk about how we got there and some of the things and dresses that didn't come in because of late ordering.
A little bit delayed.
Yes. So
even now,
I'll tell my story. My clothes was in on time.
Well, now this is a busy week for me because the Derby was May. It would have been the 2nd through the 4th.
Yes.
Or 2nd and 3rd with the race.
With the races, yeah. Kentucky
so
Oaks.
of course this is Happy Finals week in Miami. It was our finals. We'd start finals like that same week. So I'm trying to study for finals. We had cheer tryouts. I'm trying to get these dresses, but some of them I'm like, oh, this doesn't look right. I don't know which one I want to get. I have to try it on. I'm a hot mess per usual. I never am on time. So I picked up and left during finals week. I'm like, Dad, listen, I got my last final done. I got a 98 on that. And then I texted you on the way to the airport. Then I flew into Pittsburgh and I get here. So, but the whole time I'm nervous.
That was Thursday night, right?
Thursday night, yes, Thursday night. So I land. So the whole day I'm checking these dresses. So it said expected delivery would have been it said Thursday before 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. He usually, if I have a package coming, we're always like, oh, Isabel, this package came. You want me to open it? He hasn't said anything. I'm like, usually for these dresses, he would open it and send me a picture so I would know what they look like.
Right.
So he picks me up from the airport. I'm like, hey, those dresses come in, and he's like, no. He's like, and then I walk in the door. Yes, it is all in the little garment bag. He has his hat and shoes,
ready to go.
outfit to match, and we had coordinated colors. So what I had ordered was perfectly to match his suits.
Right.
So I'm like, oh my god, these dresses have to come in because the Derby look it's not over the top, it's more extravagant. And not your common dress.
It's iconic. It's an iconic color that they wear for each day. The Kentucky Oaks is Friday, which is for pink for breast cancer awareness, and then it's basically the big blue colors for Saturday for the Derby.
They like the pastels.
And the pastels, and those are the colors they wear.
So I bring my stuff in. I'm going to get ready. I go take a shower, and my dad's like, "Isabel, the dresses they ain't here." And I said, "No, Dad. It says before 9 p.m. It's 8 o'clock. We got one more hour. Like they're coming." Because it kept saying in transit on the app when I would check. So now it's like 10 p.m. I'm like, Dad, I don't think dresses coming. I knew they wasn't coming. So now, of course, we were planning to leave Friday morning early because the Kentucky Oaks happens on Friday. So we're like, of course, the malls don't open till 10, till 11. And I'm like, we'll be passing through like Columbus and Cincinnati and places I know like I could find something. We'll have to get something. So I'm looking at these malls. I'm like, I don't know, these stores aren't gonna have what I want. He's like, I don't know what I told you to order them dresses. You're messing around down in Miami. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I had my hats, I had my shoes, I had my jewelry. It was just these dresses. So I knew we had to wear pink on Friday. So we ended up looking and we found
Couple boutiques. They opened early. They were open like at 8.
They was ready for Derby.
They're ready for Derby Day. They're ready for people who like Isabella who didn't have their attire on time. So they were open and ready to serve at high prices. But actually, we ended up going down. We drove down.
The boutiques were down in Louisville, so we knew that their dresses were going to be appropriate for the Derby. And we went in the first store. They didn't fit right.
Well, we drove down like as Kentuckians. We had the pickup truck.
I had a little cowgirl hat.
Cowgirl hat on. We playing country music.
Vineyard
Vines outfits on. Shirts that we bought. So we was having another
great time.
Had a great time. Another fun trip, singing songs.
But I'm still trying to keep it cool. I'm like, Dad, I don't
panicking about these dresses. I do not have a
I was
dress.
like, Dad, I am not attending any Derby because I have no outfit. I have nothing.
And I kept saying, we'll find it.
Well, I get a little frantic. So I was pulling up prom dresses when we were at home.
Yeah.
He was like, Isabel, sit down, knock it off. We're gonna find a dress. I'm like, okay.
It's Kentucky. It's Louisville. It's in Kentucky. Somebody's gonna have something. So we had mapped out a couple boutiques. Shops.
Right on the way.
Right on the way, and we pulled in, and of course they were live and ready. Everybody was outside with the Kentucky stuff on.
They were making custom hats at the boutiques too. So everyone was picking up their hats.
Yes.
And it was the real Southern.
And a lot of people were late because a couple guys he walked in. He said, "You have any dresses?" Because his wife didn't have one, so it was like, and he was already he had everything
he was like,
on.
We come every year, and she does. No one has a dress ready. No one. He was like, it's the same weekend.
Same weekend every time, and we laughed because I'm thinking, here's Isabella doing the same thing. So, but that first shop, very nice dresses, but the look of them just was.
It was a little bit more mature.
A little older, a little bit more mature, older look to them. So we decided to try a few on. Didn't work, and then we made our way down to a couple doors down, and boom, we walk in, and the lady, she goes, "I have the perfect dresses for you." Like, look right at Isabella. And we were like, really? And she went straight to her right or left and boom, and she was like,
she
here
like
it
dug
is.
it out from the back. It was like all hidden. It was this pretty little pink like dress. It was
Yes.
very cute. It was actually had like the horse like derby
pattern on it. Yes,
but
yes.
it was poofy at the bottom. It was real nice at the top. That was a really good dress.
Yes, it was. I mean, couldn't and then we was like, it was the right size and everything. She knew it, and then it was. We tried it on, and it was like a hit. It matched, and we were like, that's the one. We went ahead and got it. But she was talking about, I think, was she from Ohio or something? Something happened or something she was from, because she was saying about where we were from. And
I think it was one of her kids went to Ohio State.
I think one of her kids or something like that. Yeah. She kind of knew the area and knew where kind of the hometown student where we were from. And she said, I had people have been through before, and I've been close by there. So we had a great conversation piece with her. And again, just perfect timing,
the right color,
right size, and what a great experience. So we leave there and we head over to the
because
hotel.
I needed 2 dresses.
Yes, we did need.
I'm like, we got the pink one. Let's go enjoy the Kentucky Oaks. We'll worry about the blue dress.
I forgot about
tomorrow.
this part. Yes,
but it was weird because and of course, as we're buying the dresses in Louisville, my dresses get delivered to the house back at home. But
yes, they
couldn't
get delivered.
But I found the exact same dress, but it was the warehouse was actually in Louisville, so they were able to ship it, and we could pick it up in Louisville.
Right.
So I got the blue dress that I was gonna wear on.
But we went that night to get it. Didn't we that night?
I think we went the morning.
The morning of the Derby. We got up early and went to the morning of the Derby and was able to get the dress. And it was there. Perfect match, perfect fit.
And if you see our pictures, they definitely worked out.
Yes. Another perfect hit on the dresses. So yeah.
Cut it close.
It was cutting it close. We had a great experience, great time. And we kind of just want to, share our moments, our experiences at the Derby. We enter the Derby VIP section.
And it's very new to both of us, because obviously we've never been on the outside. We just seen the races. So
right.
I mean, Churchill Downs was gorgeous to every detail.
Yes, for the $100 million of whatever they spent into upgrade it.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice.
And they're still working on some renovations for the next year.
For the next year, yes. Yes, so they're doing some major upgrades. And so the place we were entering and we were staying and where we were attending, it was beautiful. Easy access. They shipped us over. They bus you over, so they don't want cars. They're kind of backing things up. We get off, we get in, and then everybody's talking, Lily, get your lilies. We didn't know what a lily was. We just figured.
Because we heard about what was that drink called? The mint julep.
The mint julep.
Yes.
Well, that was the mint julep. That's the hard bourbon.
I think it was
drink.
just icing.
Woo! Yeah. So
that, yes, but the lily was what they promote for the Kentucky Oaks.
Oaks, right?
Oaks is the female horses that race.
That's right.
So it was more girly-ish and kind of.
Yeah, a little pink color to them, and it tastes very, very fruity, but very light on the alcohol. So we enjoyed julep throughout the whole day. We was drinking them, and so we get to our VIP lounge, the Champions Lounge, and then of course
they treat you like royalty. You got the elevator up right to your little suite area.
Yes.
They have the inside bedding, inside the bar, and outside they have enormous buffet.
Yes.
They interchange every hour. They're bringing out new stuff.
Different foods and different things you can try. We had our own 2 personal waitress and waiters, the 2 young people that was waiting on us throughout the day and bringing us drink. I mean, literally, you take your last sip, boom, right between your head, and over your shoulder, be another lily right there. And we was like, yeah, just keep them coming. These are good. So, but we enjoyed ourselves. So we was able to walk, 10 feet, 20 feet to the paddock and seeing the horses, and they calling riders up, and we heard, we've seen different horses come out for different things, and they had the big Kentucky Oaks race, so we were right there for that. And next year we were talking about we got to get down on the actual paddock. And I know we could have, but we didn't know how to do it because the people at our table or near our table, they had went down there, and then we didn't see them for a while. And then they come back like towards the end of the day. It was like, hey, we saw you guys dance. Oh, you could have came down. We didn't know. Yeah. We didn't no idea. So next year we will.
It's the people that were there. They're Kentuckians. They've been going to the Derby.
And they were from Kentucky. Yeah.
They were little. They're
right.
Like raised at the Derby, but
yeah. Because we saw him talking. He was like, "How do you know these things?" He was like, "I don't. we locked down. We're VIP. We can talk to the people." So they were talking to the jockeys and some owners and trainers. So we want to have that experience next year, which would be nice. We attend. So we end up actually doing very well. We picked some winners that day of Kentucky Oaks, and we enjoyed it.
It was really cool to have access to watch the paddock. Cause we'd go out and we'd be like, we like the dark horses.
Yes.
As Mommy always picked dark horses.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
So we're trying to like study the horses, or who's riding them. We would pick like, our little favorite
Right.
dog. Well, it was strange because like every horse we would pick, we were just really looking at the names, the color, and like the stats. But it kept being the same jockey on each horse that we picked.
Yeah.
Which was very, very funny.
Which is weird,
we didn't
right?
catch on to this.
Yeah, we said, wait, we keep picking the same jockey, but he kept coming in
winning.
first. He was in first, second, or third. He kept placing, so we kept staying with him, and we picked him for the Derby.
Yeah,
we picked him for the big race the next day. So Saturday was a great hit for the Oaks and the cancer research that they had a great attendance record. And raised a lot of money for cancer awareness. So that's why we went to the Derby once we found out about the pink and about cancer awareness. We used our travel site, Powers of Partners. We use that as donations to UPMC, the Breast Cancer Center. So if you want to book a trip, travel, go check out our website and book your trip, because the money that's being made there is donated to the Cancer Center at UPMC. And we want to promote that site and keep people coming in, whether you're traveling for your booking flights, hotels, car rentals, or just a weekend getaway or weekend vacation. Go to the site. We'll post a link on our bio or on the page, or a link to the page. Yeah, we'll make sure that you guys can go to our site and keep using that. So again, we attend there, and we definitely want to support Mommy's situation from her passing from breast cancer. So we definitely attended that, and it was on her birthday, which was very nice, and how fitting for that. And I know she was looking down upon us. Very happy that we did it, because she never even wanted to talk about going to the Derby. She picked a horse and we watched it on TV, and it came in. So we just a blessing for her to have loved that, and that was the reason why we attended the Kentucky Derby, the Kentucky Oaks that day. And then we ended up going out that evening, and we wanted to act like we were bourbon connoisseurs.
We like the locals.
So we went to Bourbon Alley, Bourbon Street, or
I don't know why, because obviously Kentucky's known for their bourbon, but they call it Whiskey Row. It's not.
Yeah.
But all they sell is that's all they have is bourbon. There's bourbon drinks, bourbon fries, and everything was bourbon flavored.
Yeah, everything was bourbon flavored. That is true. So we did a couple of taste tests, and I did them. And woo, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I can't say I'm not a big fan. I drank it, very sweet. I made it a sweet drink.
Yeah.
But it was nice. We had a good time.
We walked around and we ended up getting some food at the one little restaurant, which it was packed. It was really good.
Yes, really good time. So.
Night out in the town in Louisville.
Right, again, out of my elements, so I was, breaking out that shell and experiencing that in Louisville in a good time. And, one of our sponsors is down there, Pappy and Company. We got a chance to stop by there, but it was kind of like we were dressed ready to go to the Derby.
Yeah.
We ran out of time. We wanted to go over there, but yes, they definitely, we use some of their products and stuff like that. So we appreciate them sponsoring our show.
Mm-hmm.
But then we ended up, like I said, we ended up making it over there to that Derby. Then we did a thing at night. And the next day, we wake up, we get you dressed, we're good dressed for the big day.
Yeah. And then of course, because it became popular, obviously, like with TikTok and stuff, like all the transitions from like your regular clothes to the Derby day. So I had everything saved. Yeah. I was down. I'm like, okay, we gotta do this transition. I was having run around the hotel, doing all of the content. So that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun when the finished product came out, and you showed me how it worked. And I was like, okay, that's how you do that. So yes, that we posted that up. So make sure you guys watch and like and share that video when we post this show. But yes, it was a great time, and the hotel people took very kind to us, and they were very happy. We had to let them know too, this is my daughter, this is not,
Well, we did that.
Yeah.
For the Derby day.
Yep. So then we get the Derby day. The same thing happened. We get over there.
We were up early. We were ready to go. We wanted to get first race.
We wanted to get over there, and of course throughout the day, our waitress even the day before. And that was more the Derby day. They thought we were a couple because they were just running around there.
They didn't say anything. Really.
They didn't say nothing until the next day. So that Derby day.
But it was funny because obviously, like a lot of like the older people, you could tell they're real Kentucky country-ish. It was funny because they're little country accents. They're like, "Oh, sir, like you have a good one there. You have a nice lady right there." And
yeah, I was like, we kind of like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
And he was like, "Your lady," and I was like, "That's my dad."
Yeah.
Like, again, I was like, "No, guys," and he was like, "Oh, well." You're lucky either way.
He said, I was going to say, you're lucky either way. I said, this is my daughter. Yes, you guys.
And the wife, she was like, oh, yes. What's going on here?
Yeah, that happened to us again. So we got to hold up a sign of this is my dad, this is my daughter.
I think the best situation was when that was more inside in the balcony when we were talking to the one. They were older, but they're an older couple
From Texas.
Texas,
right. They're from
But
Texas.
so then, as the day went on, it was the same thing. We were betting, looking at the horses in the paddock and stuff. And then when it came time for the big race for the actual Derby, we put our horse in, pick journalism, and I love that horse. I don't know why I was obsessed.
Yeah.
So then we run out to where the finish line is. They're getting ready to take off for the race. And like the older guy, he was like, "Oh, aren't you a beautiful lady?" He's like, "Oh, get in the front, go right in the front." He's like, "Go right in the front." And obviously, I mean, we're real short, and these
for some reason they seem like
they're just tall, and like we're like, hi.
Yeah, they seem extreme. Like when I walked through the door, I said, "Oh my goodness!" It was like I walked into a basketball locker room because everybody was so
Extremely
tall. It's so tall.
And he's like, "Oh, beautiful lady in the front." He was pushing me in the front.
And then I'm wiggling like, "Hey, what about me?" Like I'm looking in the back.
He was like, "Miss," he was like, "Tell your husband to get up there with you." I said, "That's my dad." I was like, "We're just trying to watch her." He goes, "Well, Dad, husband,
get up here." They literally like let us
Push
go,
us through.
We was in
And
the
they
front.
loved us.
They loved, yeah. So we watched it, and actually, remember I told you they bet one of the other horses that almost came in dead last.
Well, everyone was with that Sandman.
Sandman.
And I did not like Sandman.
And we did not like.
Sorry.
Sorry, Sam. Yeah, we don't want. We just didn't like.
Everyone was like.
Everybody had that horse around us, and we was like cheering. And then they were like, "Who are you cheering for?" Because they had pushed us up front. We was like, "Journalism."
Yeah.
And they were big Sandman supporters. But we ended up being right there at the finish line. But prior to that, the word I'm looking for is like the intensity. You could feel.
Because like they had a little bit of a break leading up to the big race. Everyone was
it was like an hour break or something like
yeah.
that before the
Everyone's
next race.
walking around. Everyone's like, ah.
And you could feel the adrenaline flowing. Like it was like people were like at the machine, like bet big, and people were talking about who they had and how much they were putting on it. And when they do the trumpets, that place erupted.
Yes.
When they came out and it was like riders up, and then you heard that trumpet sound. 250,000 people were there. It was deafening because it like the building shook, and it was like it's about ready to go down to the Derby. Like and I could tell. If I felt that, I know the horses and the jockey, they all feel that. They all feel that excitement.
We're just happy to be there.
We're just happy to be there, right? So, and that's when we was like, we gotta get outside, and then we darted out.
I mean, we've watched it so many times, and obviously it looks like they're flying on TV, but it's like, oh, like, okay. But like, you could just feel the wind whenever they came by, and it was loud.
Yes.
Loud. And those horses are muscular.
Right. And the crowd, as they came by the grandstand on the break, it was going crazy. So when they turned that final turn, you can't even hear yourself because people were cheering for their horse to come in.
And everyone's just yelling, so you're just like, ah!
So and then we can see journalism had the lead, and right there at the couple last lanes, Sovereignty came in and took him over.
Which they're two of the dark horses that we really like.
Yes. So and I actually. I had a little bit on Sovereignty, and I had majority of it on journalism. So either way, we were going to win. But if journalism won, we would have won more. Yeah. But we did pick the two winners in the two-place show. So So then we finished the day. We didn't realize after that race there was like 3 more races.
Oh yeah.
To come in, and we ended up betting those races. We hit another. Pick 2 or something. We hit the trifecta. Yeah. We hit the. I bet the 3 horses.
Because it was everyone just after the big race, everybody just kind of left, and we're like, ah.
Yeah, we were still cheering, and it started raining a little bit. We still stayed there. Of course, we were in the lounge area, so we stayed and bet and watched the final 3 races or so, and had to talk to the people from Texas who stayed. Mm-hmm. And then we just basically, we closed out, and just some funnies. We were leaving out. And the guy was handing away cases of water, and this girl picks it up. She goes, "I'll take it." She's in this dress with this hat on. I'm like, "You gotta carry out a case of water, like seriously?" Like, and she had it on her shoulder. She was like walking with it to get on the transportation back over to the fairground. Yeah. And it was the funniest thing. We were like, "Why would you want a case of water from the Kentucky Derby?" It wasn't like it had Kentucky Derby. It was just a regular,
like Dasani
water bottle.
Yeah. But she was like mobbing with it.
Mobbing with it through the crowd. Yeah, she was on a mission to get it through. So, but no, we had some funnies. Actually, we ended up seeing these 2 ladies was talking about their love life between the guys and her boyfriend, and there was a long distance relationship, and come to find out, you said she looks familiar.
Yeah, I was like, I swear, I've seen her before.
Yes.
But obviously, I haven't seen her.
Right.
But then she was.
And she popped up on her Instagram. And we was like, oh my God, that's that lady. She was a doctor.
Yeah, well, PA.
A PA. She's a PA, and we were like, this is crazy. That's her. That's her. So, but then we learned all about the boyfriend.
We're like, it was funny because she had them all posted up on the page, but then we're like, we know the backstory.
We know the backstory behind it because they were talking to us next to us on the transportation back to the fairgrounds, and how funny was that? That we that was another funny story. He's like, oh my God, we did this whole this lady's life story with her boyfriend, and her friend.
Yeah.
So then, being a long weekend, we ended up going back. We went to dinner, I believe, or we went back. Did we go back downtown that night?
No, I think we were beating.
No, yeah, I think we were. I think we went downstairs. I think we took a couple more pictures, and that was kind of it. We would beat, and we just enjoyed that last few hours resting, and got up the next day. We ended up going to
Biscuit Valley.
The
Biscuit Valley?
Belly? No.
Yeah,
the Biscuit Valley. Yeah, the Biscuit Valley in Louisville. So we ended up going to this breakfast restaurant place, which was actually really good. Really good. So we had some great breakfast there in Louisville before we left. And like I said, a great place, and then we headed back to back home, and you end up leaving the next day, headed back to Florida, back to school.
Back to finals.
Back to finals, yeah. So our Kentucky Derby experience was one for the ages for us, because Mommy was always a Kentucky Derby fan, and to attend her birthday weekend was a very good blessing, and pay our respects to her and her liking of the horses in that race. But yeah, anything else you want to add before we kind of close out our Kentucky Derby experience, and recommending people do attend if you can?
Yes.
They have some affordable seating, which is another funny story, but you have to look it up on your website and stuff, and they have some seating that is just over the top, well.
They have the private jet package flying. They do.
Yeah, $1 million row. We got pushed to try to buy one of those packages, but for us, the lounges and
because the way they have it set up, you get a great experience no matter which.
Yeah, I think whatever package, and the views that you get of the paddock and different people, different levels, and the whole actual grandstand in the stadium itself, and of the horses. Yeah, any VIP package that you have, and the service, the getting in, going right through the lines, just
it's definitely worth it with all the
the transportation, how easy it was to get in, not standing in the long lines to get down there. So if you ever want to go to Kentucky Derby, we recommend that you do. Great experience.
It's a very iconic day, like the hats and the whole feeling of all of it was very, very cool. Anytime we have to dress up and be extravagant, we're gonna do
it. And it was good because people from all over and walks of life stopped us to talk to us.
Yeah.
This old lady, or older lady, she was there. She had her drink. She was double fisting that thing.
And she was like, well, "Where are y'all from?" And we're like, "Oh, we're from Ohio." She's like, "Born and raised in Louisville all my life, and I ain't never leaving." I was like, "Good for you." I was like, "That's good." And she was like, "Honey, I'm just gonna tell you something." She's like, "I'm so happy with this look, because some of these people come in and they just don't do it right. They're ruining the Derby name." But she was just happy to be there too. She was had a little drinks and she was just talking to us, and she was like.
She was sipping. I said, finish. She was sipping on both of her. She had the hard one. She had
the julep.
She had the mint julep. She had two of them in her hand. And I'm not kidding you. She'd be about 80, 85.
No, yeah, she was old.
She was old. She again, everybody's very nice people, very nice folks. They came and talked to us and just conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to know where we were from, and probably heard us talking and recognized we don't have an accent. And she was very nice, and she wished us well, and told us to enjoy ourselves here in Louisville.
Very friendly, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Southern hospitality for sure. So, but yes, I would recommend the Derby for people who can afford to go and miss experience. And again, it's something that we'll never forget, and we'll always remember that. And because of Mommy's birthday and that day and that weekend. But again, it was a great time. It was a great time, and I'm glad we did it. Wouldn't change it for the world. So. But right now, I mean, that's kind of our Derby experience. So if you want to, again, let everybody know how to continue to watch our show, we'll continue to make episodes for you guys, and hope you guys continue to watch as we grow our channel. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, Isabel. How would they be able to watch us?
I would say, I know everyone's subscribed to the YouTube, keep liking our videos, and then also if you follow me or him on social medias, if any guys see anything stuff that we do that you want us to talk about, please let us know and comment. We're happy to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And go watch our Derby TikToks on our TikTok at lifeoutloud21. And follow us on Instagram. You can find all the links in the bio to subscribe. And also, as we mentioned, Pappy and Company, who's also, they're based in Louisville. Their link is on there, so go check them out.
Yes. And if you want to buy some of their products, the link will be in the bio. Click on the link and buy and share their link so people can experience some of the great products that they have. They also have great cigars as well. They sent us that we have. So yeah, we definitely want you guys to experience some of the things that we're experiencing each and every week.
So just keep watching, and we'll bring you guys more episodes.
All right, thank you guys for watching.